believe this is yours? Sorry, I didn't mean to peek. The pages were open when I picked it up. Thanks for understanding. I don't want there to be a misunderstanding between us. She's special to you, huh? The girl in the journal you were writing about? It's okay. It's not something to get embarrassed about. It shows you have someone important on your mind, someone special. There's nothing wrong with expressing how you feel about them, especially those you love. No, I don't think it's weird. I actually find it sweet. In fact, when I was a teenager, I had a boyfriend who wrote in his journal about me, just like you. No, I never got to read it. He was probably too embarrassed to show me that side of him. Even though I was upset he never shared it with me, I felt like I could share anything with him. Being with him, I was able to show my real side and not feel afraid to be judged. You have to have a lot of trust with someone for that kind of bond. Yes, I mean, um, yes, you should show it to her. Seeing your partner express how they feel about you is very romantic. To have someone that special in your life is something you should never take for granted. Believe me, if you give it to her, it would make her really happy. How would I know? The truth is, I know who she is. I know what she likes. I know what she doesn't like. I know what makes her happy and what makes her sad. No, I'm not a stalker, though I can understand why you will come to that conclusion. It's me. It's been so long since I heard you say my name. I've missed you so much. You probably saw me today or last night, but for me, it feels like forever. I know you're probably overwhelmed and confused right now, and I'm sure you have a lot of questions on your mind. Let's go take a seat on that rock, the one where we always sat on to watch the sunset together. This takes me back. I remember when we used to sneak out just to meet here during sunset. I remember you bring me some snacks in case I got hungry and a blanket to keep me warm. Sometimes that blanket wasn't enough. I'd ask you to scoot closer to me so the heat from your body would keep me warm. Then I'd rest my head on your shoulder. I felt safe, like nothing else mattered as long as I was by your side. We would talk even past twilight. Our parents would be mad at us for staying out late, but they were more worried than anything. To be honest, I was more worried about the mosquitoes. Time sure does fly. See what I did there? Mosquitoes fly because they fly. You know, it's not polite to stare. If you have something to say, speak up. Old? I'm not old. I'm in my early 30s. That's not old at all. I'm healthy and as active as ever. Seriously. You could be such an ass at times. If my past self was here right now, we'd double team your ass. Though, that would cause a paradox. You're right. I'm sorry for lashing out. I should have let you explain yourself instead of assuming. You're confused. It makes sense to ask why I look so different now. The truth is, I'm from the future. I came back to this point in time to talk to you. I know I don't look like I used to, but that's what happens when 15 years go by. Yes, we do have flying cars, hoverboards, and self tying shoes in the future. Here, look. Pretty cool, huh? Back to the Future may have been off with the year, but better late than never. Politics are still as boring as ever. Sports haven't changed much. And most toys are electronic, so not many kids go outside like how we used to, unfortunately. Coming back here does feel a bit weird, seeing how things changed, but to see you again makes me happy. Hey, what's with the frown? What? No, I'm not upset. And you shouldn't apologize. I didn't expect much of a reaction from you except being shocked. As nice as the two of us embracing would be, this is a lot to take in, and if I were you, I'd probably act the same way. How did I get here? With this. This watch allows me to travel back in time. However, it only lasts a few hours. After that, the one wearing it will be sent back to where they belong. Oh, it can come off. It's for safety purposes. Don't want to go somewhere in time and be stuck there now, do we? Can you imagine going back to see the dinosaurs and being stuck there? That would suck big time. Of course, this watch is just the first step in time travel. Eventually, a time machine will be used, but for now, a watch is a lot simpler. How did I get this? Let's just say I borrowed it from a lab. Stole? Don't be ridiculous. What? Stealing your fries on a date is a false equivalence. Again, that was 15 years ago. Well, for you, maybe recently. The point is, me stealing a time watch and stealing fries are not the same. Fine. I stole it. But I had good reasons. Which reminds me, I guess now is the time to talk about why I came here. To be blunt, it's about our relationship. No, it's not in danger now, but it will be. We eventually get older and both of us have different paths in life we want to take. It was hard saying goodbye when we went to different schools. That day was the most difficult for me, not knowing what's to become of us. We tried to make it work. Long distance was tough, but at the beginning we did all right. We would text and call every day, ask how we were doing, tell funny stories about our experiences. How much we missed each other dearly. As time went on, though, the texting and calls would start to dwindle. We were both so busy with school, our jobs, and our own personal matters that we barely had time for the two of us. That magic we once had faded and hasn't been recaptured since. We did try to meet from time to time, but it never worked out the same way we wanted to. Life's unfair, and things get in the way. I never forgot you, though. You were and still are always on my mind. I just wish I tried harder to make it work. We made our choices, and we lived with the consequences they came with. There were days I would cry myself to sleep. At times, I didn't want to get out of bed, which caused me to miss classes and be late for work. I felt like a hollow shell. I missed hearing your voice, receiving a text, call, anything from you. Wondering how and what you were doing every day. I missed your touch, your comfort, your voice. I felt so lost and lonely. I regretted the choice I made years ago. I was thinking about my future. I thought I made the right choice, and I suppose I did it for my career, but I don't want to be in a future that you're not in. You would always wipe my tears away whenever I cried. Your hand, it's warm. I haven't felt it in so long. It feels nice. Oh, stop. You're just saying that. What am I doing now? Well, after you and I lost contact, I fell into depression as hinted before. My grades started to slip and I was considering dropping out. My friends are the only reason I was able to pull through. They tried making me feel better, taking me out, doing activities, anything really to just distract myself. Over time, I was able to move on, sort of. Because of them, I was able to pick myself up and graduate. Now I work as a scientist like I always wanted. If it wasn't for my friends, I probably wouldn't have gotten to where I am now. They were the only ones who were there for me when no one else was. Oh shit. Now wait, I didn't mean it like that. No, I'm not right. That came out wrong. You've never let me down, and I know you'd be the first one to be by my side if you knew what I was going through. I don't blame you for anything. You didn't abandon me. Things happened, it's part of life. I dated you because you were the only boy who made me smile when I thought it was impossible for me to do so. Every time we went to bed, I thought I was going to wake up from a dream that I didn't want to end. But when morning approached and I opened my eyes, you were always there by my side. I don't want to see the most important person in my life sad. So for me, please smile and believe me when I say it's not your fault, because it never was. Thank you. It's funny how when we first met we didn't like each other. We used to argue all the time in class, call each other names and get on each other's nerves. Then all of a sudden we find out we have things in common like video games, sports, anime. We would start having daily conversations, opening up more. Our bitter relationship toward one another turned cordial, and then to something more. As time went on, I started to feel nervous around you. I saw how thoughtful you were, the way you carried yourself, how you'd be the first to help others and show kindness. Those were some things I lacked, but you taught me and helped me grow as a person. All that is what made me feel attracted to you, what made me love you. I guess what I'm trying to say is it's funny how I went from not being able to stand you to can't imagine not being with you. I'm glad you feel the same way. Yes, I would love a hug right now. Oh, shit, look, I don't have much time. After years of not being with you, I couldn't get you off my mind. I thought of you every day, but I realized we were never going to be. As time goes on, eventually, you start to move on, but these feelings I have still linger, and I don't want to move on. I want us to be together. That's why I came here. I don't want us to make the same mistake, but I can't ask you to do this. It's not right. I'm being selfish. It would affect your future, and I don't want to take that away. I made my choice years ago, and I have to live with it. What? No, 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 no. You can't do that. You have a life of your own in the future, and I won't let you jeopardize it because of my selfish ways. This was a bad idea. I should have never come here. I should have just let things be. You need to live your life. You only get one chance at it, and you need to make it count, so don't waste it on some stupid, selfish girl. No. Don't say that. Don't promise things you can't keep because it gives me hope. Are you sure? Are you 100% sure this is the future you want? Your life, my life, it will change, and we don't know what will happen or who else it will affect. We don't even know if it will lead to something good. Okay. Then, when the time comes, we go our separate ways. Text and call me every day. Think of me every day and don't lose hope. If my past self sees how much effort and sacrifice you make, I know I won't give up either, and will be more determined this time. If there's one thing I know about us, it's that we're stubborn. So if you're going 100%, then I'll go 200%. It's time. It was nice seeing you again, even if it was for a short period, my love. Your body, it's warm. I love you too. Always remember that and never forget, no matter what happens. Hey, sorry I'm late. I was trying to be real quiet sneaking out. I hope you didn't wait too long. Hey, what's wrong? Why are you crying? I've been through so much. You promised to stay by my side? Well, that statement makes me happy. Where is this all coming from? I love you too. Look, I don't know what happened, but I'm yours and I always will be. We will always be together and nothing will take that away from us. I promise. We're going to be okay. The sunset is beautiful, isn't it? We've seen it so many times, but no matter how many times we do, it still leaves me in awe. Oh, did you bring the snacks and blanket? Yes, you're the best. Come on, let's go. What's this? Your journal? What's in it? Only read when I get home? You're such a tease. Fine, but only because I have you to entertain me right now. You're so warm, and you smell nice. You better keep that promise, though, the one about staying by my side. Good. Don't keep promises you can't keep because. Yeah? How did you know I was going to say that? Intuition, huh? Well, no matter. I think it's cute finishing each other's sentences. Just shows how close we are. Oh, look, twilight. Wow. It's just as beautiful as the sunset. Hmm? Not as beautiful as me. Come on, that's corny, but it is sweet. So I'll give you a kiss as a reward for making me smile. Mwah. I've missed you so much.